I find myself reaching and flipping through completed journals from time to time, and I do this to kind of get inspiration whenever I'm feeling in a bit of a creative rut. And one of the things that I noticed were that the pages that were my favorite were the ones that I actually created on, whether it be I drew and painted something, or I made a tip in, or I did some quirky art doll. Those were the pages that I feel the most proud of. And I know I've mentioned it before in one of my older videos, or more my recent videos actually, how I found myself relying more and more on other people's creative works. And that's something I want to change. So I decided to challenge myself. So, for the next, or the first, I should say, the first 2 weeks in February, I am challenging myself to use only things that I've created or altered in any way, shape, or form in my journal. That means no collage sheets, no sticker books. This is going to be just completely and totally things that I cut up and alter myself. I am allowing myself to use magazines, um, pages from books. Now I can stamp on them, draw on them, cut them out, color them in, and of course, stamps. If you're anything like me, you have an entire collection of stamps that never get touched or used. Well, I am planning to change that. And thus, my DIY journal fodder challenge was created. So, this is a bit of a daunting task, especially for someone who relies a lot on collage printables and sticker books to decorate their pages. So, I did what any other paper crafter does in the middle of the night when you can't sleep because you're thinking and your thoughts are just racing in your head. I scourged the depths of YouTube for inspiration, and I stumbled across a channel. I believe her name is Dede Willingham, and 5 or 6 years ago, I was that far in her videos. She came up with a challenge using file folders. Now, I'm not doing her challenge the exact same way, but I did like the way that she used the file folder, and that's kind of what I'm showing you here. So I created, following her tutorial, my own ephemera holder that I plan to house all of the bits that I'm going to use for the next 2 weeks. Now, this is fairly simple to make. You just need a file folder. I trimmed off the edges of the file folder, the ones with the tabs, and then all you do is take 4 inches from the bottom, fold up, and then 1 inch down to create the little flaps. And that's pretty much it. And then, of course, we'll fold the sides of the file folder in half. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it, but I will link that video down below. It's fairly simple to do. I made this in less than 2 minutes. So the next few videos you'll see from me, I'm going to shoot for the 2 a week. One where I use all of the collage fodder and the journal fodder that I'm making, but also one where I show you how I make my version of collage fodder. Now, I know in my journaling pages, I typically use 4 of the same things. I always have a day of the week sticker and the actual date, so the number. I use creatures or little monsters or images of people or drawings of people, as well as flowers. So, for the next 2 weeks, I am going to be making my own version of all of those things. I'm going to be making my own printed paper. I'm going to be making my days of the week using that printed paper. I'm going to make my own stickers. I'm allowing myself, like I said, to finally use my stamps, my stash of magazine cutouts, and I know I said no collage sheets, but I am going to give myself permission to use the collage sheets for my paper art dolls. Only because those you kind of have to assemble on your own. It's not pre-made art dolls. You have to pick each individual piece to make the overall art doll. So yeah, anything that I can cut up and alter, I'm going to allow myself to use. That's the main goal of all this, is to personally alter everything, make or alter everything in my journal. Now, I was originally thinking of doing the whole month of February, but I really don't think that that's feasible for me, just because I do know that collage sheets and printables and things save you so much time, especially with how busy being an adult can be and just how crazy life can get. It's really easy to just turn to a sticker book and just put something on the page. So I'm only doing 2 weeks, and for this particular challenge, I would like to see what everyone else comes up with. In this community, one of the biggest ways that I feel that we learn and grow as artists and creators is by seeing how other people utilize their supplies. So, for these 2 weeks, if you do decide to participate with me, I'd like to see what you guys come up with. So, if you have social media, Instagram, primarily Instagram, because I don't do TikTok or Snapchat or any of that fun stuff. I'm old. So on Instagram, if you would like to post what you all create these 2 weeks, go ahead and use the hashtag Journal Fodder Challenge. I tried to come up with a hashtag that kind of was simple and easy to use, and also one that didn't have too many already um, too many posts already attached to it, and this one seemed to be okay. So hashtag Journal Fodder Challenge. I will be posting everything that I come up with on there, and I would really like that to be just something that we can go back and reference and just get inspiration for the creative chaos that is going to ensue. Really quickly, back to the video. Just a word of advice before you adhere the edges of your file folder, be sure to decorate the back before. I struggled a little bit putting down that sticker paper there because I had already closed off the edge. So yeah, don't be like me. Decorate entirely first before you staple or glue the edges. I only stapled down the edges on the one edge on the right and the other edge on the left. I did not stitch down or glue any of the folds on the inside of the file folder. I just left those as is. And the reason for that is because if I want to put a larger piece of ephemera, I want to be able to have a place to store it. Well, alright then, just to reiterate everything that I've talked about in this video, for the first 2 weeks of February, I am challenging myself to create my own journal fodder using things that I already own. I am allowing myself to use stamps, magazines, book images, my own photos to alter them if I'd like. Also, I forgot to mention it, I am going to try and draw as much as possible these 2 weeks. So if there is a creature or an image that I really, really like and want in my journal, I am going to have to draw it myself. Any artist's work that I use as inspiration or for reference, I will be giving full credit to, because I think that is the most important thing in this community, is to give credit where credit is due. So, I'm going to be making all my own stuff first 2 weeks of February, and if you would like to follow along, please post all of your artwork and your images to the hashtag Journal Fodder Challenge. Alright guys, so I'm going to just let you all chill and watch the rest of this video, me try and decorate this ephemera holder as best as I can to some really chill music. With that, I will let you all go. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. You guys have a good one.
Call me out, tiger. Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher above the clouds, won't you love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I wanna fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy, dress me down. I'm not that old yet I'm far too young to not stand my ground. Well, my ways are mine and I don't wanna change, not even for love. Now take back all them hard words. I'm a grown woman with confidence and sense. In the middle, meet me in the middle. I'm a riddle, figure me out. We'll tornadoes, we'll drink morning dew, and we'll be lovers, me you. Full force tiger, call me out with them blue-green eyes. You know I'm a fighter, the good kind, not running with lies. And when the night is high like you and I will be soon, then we won't have nothing on us. No, we'll be howling, jumping up and down, howling, crazy fools, feeling young. In the middle, meet me in the middle. I'm a riddle, figure me out. We'll dry needles, we'll drink morning dew, and we'll be lovers, me you. 'Cause the crazy fools feeling young. The crazy fools feeling young. The crazy fools feeling young. Oh, the crazy fools feeling young. I'll let you go, just need some time. At your own pace, you need to find your way. something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. I packed our bags, we'll be on our way. The night was long as I waited without a sign. As I know what matters to you. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, then suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery. It's been 72 weeks in this town. I still believe I'll see you again. No matter what, I got off the ground for something that matters to me. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, then suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery. I just hope we could stay together. We wait and see, but the chances are small, just like the lottery.